Welcome to Leicester Fan TV with Jack. Tonight I'll be joined by Phil to talk about Sheffield United at home on Sunday. And also we will be talking about Dennis Pratt, Johnny Evans and Jose Perez coming back from injury. So let's get started. So welcome to the show. Hi, Gray. Stephanie Donovan says, hi, guys. Hello. Wilder has left. See, they could have kept him till the end of the season, to be honest. With 10 games to go, it's difficult to work out, isn't it, Phil?
Yeah, I mean, hi, Jack, for a start. First of all, I mean, it's typical Leicester. We always seem to play teams when they just change their manager or something. And I think if they hadn't changed him, we thought, well, this probably should be a quite straightforward win. But manager goes, and suddenly it all changes a bit, doesn't it, Jack? Because you sort of think teams often come out and play in a different mood when the manager's gone. It's a bit of a surprise because Chris Wilder, listen, hey, I'm about to say, really, should they change their manager? He's done well with them. But look at Leicester. We've changed our manager left, right and centre, Jack. So it's just the way it is, isn't it?
I think that's it, Phil. They're at the bottom of the table. They're 20th place. So it's going to be difficult for them. They're 12 points from safety now. So it's going to be a long, hard thing for whoever comes in to replace Chris Wilder. Maybe they'll start planning for next season now. I'm not sure. But the game on Sunday is always going to be difficult. They're at the bottom and they're going to be fighting from the first minute to the last minute against Leicester. And Leicester's, it's been proven against teams like Brighton and Burnley where we've seemed to struggle.
It's probably made it harder, hasn't it, Jack? I think, like you say, we seem to struggle against the teams who are kicking around for points and who perhaps come and defend harder. And I think Sheffield United they'll be a tough team to play anyway. And the boss going, he's not been sacked as such, I don't think, Jack, has he? It's all a bit mutual consent. He's walked away. I've heard rumours that he could be in for the Celtic job, believe it or not, but I don't know if that's just Twitter going mad or what.
I'm not sure. My brother said he'd walked it, so there's rumours speculating. Will he take the Celtic job? I'm not sure.
I mean, he's a massive Sheffield United fan player. He's been so involved. He's took them on their journey, a bit like Leicester, hasn't he? He's brought them all the way up to the Premier League. I don't know what's gone so wrong for Sheffield United, because last season, obviously, they were challenging for Europa Leagues, at one point Champions League spot with us. So they really fell off a cliff. Reminds me a little bit of when we won the league and the next season we were just in a dire mess, weren't we?
I think it reminds you of Sheffield United. Obviously, their atmosphere and motivation comes from the fans. And without the fans, they don't seem to be that sort of team where they can get pushed on when they're playing awful or anything like that. They've not got it back and they just give up. And you've seen it against other teams this season. And I guess with the fans not being there this season, Phil, it makes it difficult. EKG says, shocking given the board said before Christmas that he'd stay even if they go down. I think he could have stayed and then maybe got them back up, Phil. What do you think?
I think he was. That's why I think it doesn't say Sheffield United have sacked him. It's just saying he's leaving. So, but they're not. It's not saying he's resigned. I wonder if he's been in and chatted with them and said, look, maybe I've got another offer somewhere. I could, and he might think Sheffield United are beyond saving. I think they're 13 points adrift with 10 games to do. We know, Jack, the season, the 2014-15, the greatest escape season. Yeah. I think even there, they'd have to win pretty much 10 on the spin, and it just doesn't look likely, does it?
I think with Leicester that year, Phil, it all came on the last 8 games of the season. We were bottom, and people thought, Leicester's going down. Then somehow against West Ham, it all changed, and from that point onwards, we seemed to fight for every ball and score, and the goals were going in what wasn't. And I guess Sheffield United, they could pull off a great escape, but it's highly doubtly. Will they repeat Leicester? Maybe not. But I guess
I think
Sheffield United fans they're not going to slag him off, are they? You know, he's been a great manager for them, and he's got them where they wanted to be, and that's in the Premier League.
I think the season we did the greatest escape, Jack. We started a little bit earlier, didn't we? I'm trying to remember back to it. I think Vardy scored was it Vardy a late goal away at West Brom? Was certainly that was one of the games where you thought it's just not going to happen, and then suddenly I think it was the West Brom game, wasn't it, Jack? Where
it was. I was there that game.
Yeah. Go on, talk us through it. Remind us what happened.
Well, he got the ball from Nugent, and then obviously he thought Vardy was going to pass, and he didn't. And then Vardy come off against Gareth McCauley, who was at West Brom at the time, and then he'd gone for bottom corner, and it beat him really, didn't it? And then we were going mad.
What a day! What a game!
Fantastic.
It was just a win at the time, and everybody sort of thought, it's it can't be done, and we were bottom at Christmas. But that game at West Brom, and then suddenly, it ignited us, and really it took us. It was the start of us going on to win the league. That West Brom away game, in many ways, it was a great game, wasn't it?
I guess, that's where Cole says we've got to up for a proper scrap on Sunday. Yeah, I think it'll be a proper scrappy game, Carl. I'm not expecting it any other way. I think they'll come to the King Power game plan. They'll look to execute from set pieces and Leicester's weaknesses. But I guess we've got to be up for the fight and take the fight to them. And like other Leicester fans seem to think as Sheffield United fans, they're a winging sort of side. So they aim more like left and right. They're not diagonal. So they're going to be struggle to keep out. But you just got to take them from the first minute to the 90 and fight them and get the points that we need rather than them. So I think, it'd be a proper difficult game. What do you think, Phil?
Well, it could be a scrapjack. These games now the managers walked away. The players may come out and dust themselves down and be like, "Come on, then we'll show you we can do this." They might be really annoyed with the manager. I don't know. They might think he's walking away when they need him, quitting on them. So it could go either way. They may come out all guns blazing and scrap fight and say, "Look, we're not going down," or they might just capitulate and go, "Well, the boss doesn't even believe we can do it." It's probably going to be, Jack, get a nice early goal in that first 15 minutes. Get Jamie Vardy a goal. He loves to score against Sheffield United, doesn't he? So an early goal from Vardy, and it could go on to be a great win for us.
Ryan Petit says, if we lose on Sunday, will you write off top four? No chance. I'm quite confident we can make top four. I know other fans have had their differences, but that's a football fan's opinion, isn't it? Everyone has an opinion, and you're all not going to agree on the same thing. Like Leicester Fan TV at times, we don't all agree on the same thing. We all have different opinions, but I guess it's the way football is, and I'm confident Leicester will make top four this season for sure.
Brian, come on, Brian. We're 5 points clear, Jack, of being in there. So even if we were to lose against Sheffield United, which I don't think, of course we're not going to write off the top four. Ryan, come on.
LCFC Gray says, Phil, we need to play with more urgency. Yes, I think we need to play more attacking against Sheffield United and just not make no mistakes. We've just got to put our chances away when given and then win the game. And like you say, Sheffield United, they're going to sit back. They've got quite a few injuries, haven't they, in themselves with the centre-backs in O'Connell and stuff like that. So they've not got defenders. They're just going to have to do what Leicester's doing and play players out of position, like when Wilf played in defence. And
let's not do that on Sunday. No Wilf in defence, please.
Nah, I think he'll stick with Fofana and Kagalar Soyuncu and go for it at the backfield. So
I think Johnny Evans could be back, Jack, but I hope he's him back. He may be on the bench. What do you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't ease him back. I guess easing him back, play him on the bench and then maybe play him next week. I don't think we'd need him this weekend. We'd need him more in the important games like Sheffield United. Not saying the Sheffield United game's not important, but against Manchester United, we want to win the FA Cup, so we're in it to win it. Andy Medhurst said, Phil, Forest are in £187 million in debt. I don't know what Doron Tor thinks of that, but I'm sure he'll get his opinions across.
Well, hey, listen, if it's, I don't want to see teams like Forest in that much debt, and it's, it's nice to see Coventry look like they're going back to the Ricoh Stadium. I want local teams to be doing well, obviously not as well as us, but it shows you again, Jack, shows you, how well our owners have done with us and how great it is to be in the Premier League earning the big money, and we're not in Forest or Derby's situation.
No, we're not.
What a
We're
shame
not.
for them.
What a shame, Phil. We're
Shame.
looking there downwards, isn't it?
Can't even see them.
I know. Darren Lewitt Mentor says Evans and Fofana for the weekend, Phil.
I mean, a few people, Jack, have said about Soyuncu looking a bit like Bambi on ice the last few games, as though he's got the wrong studs on. But Soyuncu's been a good player for us. I think for me, Johnny Evans is the consistent player at the centre back with Maguire, with Fofana, with Soyuncu. I think Johnny Evans is the glue, the underrated guy at the back, but just had an injury. I'd say, if he's ready, he's ready.
That's it. Edward Mulligan Price says, yeah, FA Cup way more important than the top four for me. If you win the FA Cup, it's Europa League.
It's Europa Conference League, Jack, isn't it?
No, it's Europa League.
I thought it's the lower one.
Oh no, that's if you
next year.
That's if you win the Carabao Cup.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But the FA Cup is the Europa League. I'd want Champions League, to be honest. I think it offers more money for the clubs. And I guess that's where top and the club want to be. So we're heading in the right direction, Phil, and we've just got to keep going on this roller coaster and hope to never get off when good things are coming. So, you don't want to miss a thing at Leicester at the minute. We've got a good manager in Brendan Rodgers, and we've got a very young squad who's going to keep learning every season, Phil, and even get better.
See, Edward talks for lots of fans who want to see us win the FA Cup. Certainly, I know a lot of older fans want to see us win the FA Cup. For me, even though I am an older fan, I think, I've said before, if you get in the Champions League, it will help the club far more, not just financially, but it'll help encourage better players to sign for us in the summer. If we want to sign a striker to gradually or take over from Jamie Vardy, get in the Champions League. Winning the FA Cup won't help you get that striker. Getting in the Champions League will help you encourage a top quality striker to the club.
Joe Wright says, I think the week off will have done us the world of good. I think so as well. I think we needed a break. Games are coming thick and fast where we're playing like 8 games a month, and you were getting the injuries that you didn't really want to these main key players like Maddison, Barnes, James Justin, and it's proved pivotal for Leicester. But we've got through it, Phil. We've gritted our teeth and we've soldiered on. And I guess that's what you've got to do when you get injuries. I know they talk about Liverpool's injuries, but what about everybody else's?
Yeah, exactly, Jack. And like you say, we've had a week off. We've got players coming back. Dennis Pratt is looking like he's going to be back into training next week. So it's more. We've not lost any players this week through injury. We're actually adding players back into the squad. So we're stronger this weekend than we were last weekend, and hopefully we won't pick up any more injuries against Sheffield United.
LCFC Gray says on YouTube,
I agree.
Champions League gets more attractive players. I guess with Leicester, Phil, we've found some hidden gems, haven't we? With younger players like Fofana and that, and we're not one of them clubs who's going to think, hold on a minute, we'll spend 100 million on one player. We could buy 5 players for that and just improve them. So I guess that's the way Leicester want to look at it. I guess we're going to attract world-name players, but you don't really want to pay that amount of wages, do you? Because I don't think Leicester can afford that at the minute. But I guess we'll strengthen our squad in the summer and then see what happens from there. But right now, 400 grand a week for a player, it's going to be too much for us. It's going to be a massive wage bill. I think Vardy's on the highest. Ross Howard says Leicester Food TV, Sheffield United will be more up for it with the departure of Wilder.
Well, this is what we were saying, Ross. We don't know. It might. I think they will come out and be more determined, but they might just think, look, he's had a few bust-ups at the club. He's walked away. Whatever's gone on. They might lose heart. It could be one or the other. You never know. Teams can go either way, can't they?
Afternoon, Mark Newbold. EKG says on YouTube, Phil, and think of how nice our kits will look with the star ball on the sleeves.
That's Champions League.
Champions League. What do you prefer, Phil? Do you prefer the Europa League patches or the Champions League ones?
Champions League, of course. It's the Champions League. I think I've really enjoyed the Europa League, apart from the Slavia Prague one. But I think Champions League is where we want to go. It's the big table in Europe. It's where all the big clubs want to be. And if we do want to be a top 6 club, that's where we want to be. I was amazed, obviously, we were winning the league and amazed we got in the Champions League. But now to actually think we could qualify for it just by doing well in the league, it's a great place to be.
Adam Tucker says, Phil, we definitely need Champions League next season to grow us and move forward as a club. I guess it'll make us more well-branded, wouldn't it, as a football club? And at the minute, we're in likes of America, we're in Thailand, we're in, you know what I mean? We're spreading all over now. That's because we're a talked about club, what people wouldn't have said about us years ago. I guess since we've won the league, we've become more talked about and more liked as a club. We're not this so-called little Leicester anymore who think, oh, yeah, let's go and buy an Arsenal shirt, a Liverpool shirt. You know, it's good to see Leicester getting talked about. I know we don't get it with the pundits, Phil, but that's the pundits, and you just leave them to it and we just carry on the way we are. So, Callum says, do you think we will beat Sheffield United on Sunday?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I think, you know, look, they're bottom of the league. They've won. I'm just quickly looking at the league table now. That they've played 28 games. They've won 4. They've drawn 2. They've lost 22. We've won 16 and drawn 5. You know, we're complete opposites. Without a shadow of a doubt, we should win, and quite comfortably, Jack. But hey, I don't know what you think, but it's a roller coaster this season with most clubs, but Leicester City in particular. So we'll all be watching it, and you wouldn't want to put much money on it, but I do believe we will win.
Let's give them credit, Phil. They've beat Derby's record, and Derby's staying with that record for a very long time again.
That's the good news.
They've done us a good job there. So, yeah, Derby can enjoy their 11 points in that season and, you know, have that record, you know. I won't want that record as a Leicester fan. But Andy Medhurst says, Jack is a natural at this. He's the future of Leicester Fan TV. Let's not talk too soon. I'm still young and still learning, and
I'll tell you what, Andy. Listen, Andy, it's took us about 4 weeks to get it so that Jack's Wi-Fi actually works. I'll tell you what, Jack. That's it. You can take over now, mate. I'm off.
See you, Phil.
No, you're right. You're doing brilliant, Jack. You're doing brilliant, and you're doing the watch along on Sunday, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I'm doing today. Yeah, with a laptop and the phone. So
with Lox as well.
Yeah, bring the comments up like I am now. Let's have a look. Who else we got? Craig Payne says, think we can get top 4, lads, and FA Cup. Why not? Being a great season so far, definitely. I'm not being greedy with saying, oh, we're top 4 in FA Cup. I want to win a trophy in it, and I think under Brendan he's the right man to take us forward, and Tops chose the right man. So I think we're only going to get better as a football club. Like I say, a young squad like Leicester, they're going to have a lot of potential and a lot of experience this season, and maybe next season, or winning the FA Cup this season, and trophies becoming our way if we keep upgrading. So we just need to strengthen the squad and go from there, really. Let's have a look. Maz Redway says, we go quietly on with our business. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it just means that's what we're just gently going around it, which is exactly right. I agree with Maz.
Leicester Food TV says, at least our fans are calling Sheffield United by their name and not bloody Sheffield.
Just Sheffield United, isn't it? Chef Wednesday, Sheffield United.
You know what?
Like
I thought like
I was going to say like not. Yes, well, he might do. Where is it? Is it Bristol City? I think, isn't he?
Is it Bristol City? But they don't like him, do they? Because he was captain of Sheffield Wednesday. So
yeah, he's not going to. You're right. He's not going to do Sheffield United. No way.
Let's have a look at the comments. Hi guys, hope you're well. James Tarkowski in a Leicester shirt. Maybe that'll happen in the summer, Phil. We'll have to see. Do we need another centre back?
No, not for me. Not at the moment.
Gray Richardson says, "What about me and Jack?"
He's asking you out on a date there, which is nice. Thanks, Gray. Jack, are you available? I thought you were with Hayley, so
I know. A bit difficult, but my arms are tied.
Yeah, sorry, Gray. It's not a dating show.
Ross says, any link, I will send the link out.
There's not time for that, Jack. I've got to go. I've got to get back to work, mate.
Right, and we'll make it as quick as possible. Let's see.
Don't forget, listen, while you're finding some bits, I must tell everybody, Jack, about tonight. Lox and Josh are doing the Friday Fan Zone show. We're just doing an impromptu one now with Jack just to test his gear and talk footy nonsense. But Lox and Josh, 7:15 tonight. Don't forget, do join them. Jamie's doing a pre-match, after-match show on Sunday at 10 a.m. And then the watch-along starts with Jack and, well, it actually starts with Jamie at 1:30 on Sunday.
Leicester
Ross
Food
is.
TV says, I'm the future of pucker pies. You look good on that, Ross, to be honest. Wear chef apron on and that for advertising for pucker pies.
He looked good.
Here he comes. So invite him in, Phil.
You can invite him in. Jack, I'm going to shoot.
Okay.
Have a great show. We'll see you later.
Okay, Phil. See you
Cheers
later.
all.
Bye. Right then, guys. Let's invite Leicester Food TV in and let's chat football.
Yes,
Leicester Food TV, how are we going? What's on the menu
I'm
tonight then? More importantly.
We've got a bit of bed air still, even though it's like, what, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's my comment is weird. I can see my comment. I'm the future of pucker pies, yeah.
You were?
No, it was crazy this morning about the departure of Wilder. I was saying, I've got a few mates, because now they can stop banging on about when we sat Ranieri. Because because obviously everyone said, oh, they shouldn't have sat Ranieri. They shouldn't have sat Wilder. So,
what do you think about this comment, Phil, from Jason Gunn? A striker and a winger in the summer.
That's my dad's name, Phil.
Ross.
That's actually my dad's name. You are half right. No, strikers and wingers. Yeah, I think a striker is needed. Don't get me wrong. I like Iniacho. I think he's all right, but we need that striker. Whether it's Edward, whether it's anybody, it's us. We get random strikers that nobody's heard of. We turn them into stars. Let's be honest. Did you hear of N'Golo Conte before we signed him?
No, I just heard of the football teams.
Yeah, Mahrez, Knockaert. I'm not saying obviously Knockaert wasn't as a massive star as obviously Conte and stuff like that, but nobody heard of him. Nobody heard of Soyuncu. Nobody heard of loads of players. So you watch. We'll sign a player nobody's heard of, and he'll turn into a star. Trust me. But no, and winger, yeah.
Phil got away before he got on.
I'll let him have that one. But no, I think a winger is needed. But the question is, who? Because you look at team. There is one player I like to see, but the only issue is, if only he played on the right wing. This guy, and he's at Newcastle, Saint Maximin.
I like him, Ross.
Obviously, the only reason I said it'd be nice for him to go on the right wing is because obviously, Barnes is on that left wing.
Yeah. Will Sheffield United have the new manager bounce by Sunday?
Well, it depends. That's the thing.
I hope not.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know if he's been sacked or if he's actually left yet. Well, he's left, but we don't know if he's left on his own accord or he's left. I mean, as I've got a lot of Sheffield fans up here, so I've been scrolling up on Facebook all day to see what the latest scoop is. I like to have the latest scoop around here. But no, they'll the thing is, though, just because he's left does not mean we're going to win on Sunday, because we have the habit of playing against managerless teams and we don't play that well. I've seen Leicester over the years where one time we played Sheffield Wednesday, they just sacked their manager and they beat us 4 days later.
George Sutton says Iheanacho will replace Vardy eventually. He's carried the team in the last 2 games. I think with Vardy, he's created a lot of space for Iheanacho, and Iheanacho's scored the goals. I guess with Kel, he needs that confidence, doesn't he, Ross? When he gets the goal, he bangs him in.
I mean, yeah, he's played these 2 great games at the minute. He's not going to replace him instantly, because every time people say, Vardy's, what's the talk up north about the Sheffield game? Game, not chef game. Sheffield.
Come on, then, Yorkshire correspondent. What's the talk behind the scenes?
So for me, it's a big game Sunday. Well, I know it's a big game for Leicester anyway, but to me, being from Sheffield, it's even bigger. I've got a couple of best mates, Sheffield United fans. But the thing is, do you know what? I actually agree with Alex Lesnar. He might be related to Brock, but no. Alex Lesnar says, "I have a horrible feeling about Sunday. There's a time." Yeah. Do you know what? I agree with him. Before anyone shoots me in the foot and says why, we do this. Phil said before he left, and I was like, oh no. When he said they're the bottom of the table, Fulham are bottom, and we lost to them at home. Not away, home. We've lost our home form is the big issue this season. I know obviously the fans are not in. That's a big key. But, we're not going to walk over Sheffield. Sheffield United are actually not playing bad. I've seen them
can't underestimate them.
They're just not playing that. And obviously, they're not scoring much. I'm just glad they beat their, they got the record. Well, they've not got the record of Derby. So let's have a look. We need to have a full focus regarding Vardy. Remember from his, yeah, that's true. And if there was ever a time for Vardy to score a first. Sheffield United is the big one because
definitely.
I was saying, I hope if he destroys the corner flag again, Vichai might make him. Top might make him pay for it. But no, stop giving us the V's. Oh no, I don't mean to give you the V's. I'm just counting. It's from that. I don't mean to give you the V's. I'm trying to count.
There's a comment from Derek C on YouTube. Ross, Nacho only plays well in a two up front. I think so as well, because Vardy pulls away the defenders for Kel to run into them spaces.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I think with Kel on his own, he lacks confidence, doesn't he? He has to keep running backwards to then go forwards, and he's not that sort of player to do that. If you look at Slimani again in the Aston Villa game, playing one up front, it didn't work for him.
Well, it was Nacho, wasn't it? When Slimani came on, dear me. And I know people still going on about we shouldn't have sold them or anything like that, but it's getting off the wage bill and stuff and strikers. But yeah, on Sunday, I mean, I know you're doing a watch along with, is it Lox or Tom? Is it you're doing with?
I'll be joining Lox on Sunday for the watch along, and Jamie and Phil and Tom when Tom's going to come on.
Because I'll be doing, obviously, because it's a special one, because I've got loads of Sheffield United friends. I'm doing one on my Facebook page because I'm going to have some fun with the Sheffield United fans, all the fans that are watching. So, do you want me to join Leicester next season? Get that quote from James.
Nah, James Tarkowski is a Leicester fan. All right.
Whoever's made that picture is actually quite genius. That
very good. Yeah.
Very good. Because I tell you what, I can get. Obviously, it's not the real James Tarkowski, but if it was, put it this way, he'd probably get fined a few weeks' wages for that. So, but no, see, James Tarkowski, no. I think he reminds me a bit of Harry Maguire a little bit. I don't. Personally, no. Don't get me wrong, good player, but no, won't fit Leicester's caliber. We've got Soyuncu, we've got Fofana, but good old Fof. For some reason, he's good on FIFA. He's good at penalties. For some reason, which I don't know why. But now, obviously, Johnny Evans is coming. He's getting older, so he'll be helping them two out. You got Big Wes helping out Little Wes and stuff like that. So,
David Codd says, "What do you think of Tavares so far?"
I like him.
I reckon he's a good player.
Well, no, apart from he looks like Damari Gray, right? Because to be honest, he does. I'm not joking. The other day when he started, I generally thought, why is Damari Gray back? And then I realised it's Tavares. He looks the spitting. Honestly, he looks the spitting image of Damari from a distance. Anyway, you think that's Damari Gray. And think, it's Tavares. Do you know what? I think he had a good game. He didn't have the greatest game, but I thought he played very well. He was unlucky with that shot. I thought I'd gone in. Oh my god! What a
right then, guys. What's your team selection for the Sheffield United game? Who do you think's going to come in? Drop your comments below and we'll go through them.
Oh, good old Casper. Obviously, Casper's in goal. 10 years this year since he's been with us. Got a team of the week on FIFA. Let's get that out there for him. Let's have a look. Too early to just about. Yeah, he's a good player. Of course, he was had one good game. And listen, Luke Thomas has got a few games done during last season and some this season. So who knows? I'm not saying he's going to get in the team instantly. But with all the injuries, you've got a chance to show what he can do. And who knows? Maybe Sheffield United is a brilliant time for him to play again. I'm not saying we're going to win on Sunday because I don't. It's a tough game Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. What do you think to the three coming back then, Ross? The Perez, Evans, and the Pratt.
Brilliant. Perez, unless someone can correct me here, the last time he scored was against Sheffield United, unless I'm wrong. Unless someone can correct me, the last time he scored was against Sheffield United. So who knows? Customer saw his own distribution now. It keeps putting us. Yeah, true. But he saved us
a lot of times, hasn't it? Since he's been here, and
he saved us so many times. I mean, one of my favourite ever saves I've ever seen him was against Blackburn in the Championship. Oh, that's all I'm going to say. Just
Curtis Knott says, Ross, will Rodgers bring more youngsters through? I hope so, because he's got the best of the James Justins and Tavares, Luke Thomas, and players like that. I guess Brendan gets the best out of these younger players, and if you look at James Justin, he got through into a deep end last season when Ricardo was injured. And look how he's turned out. And he's given these youngsters a chance this season, like Daley Campbell, and they're only going to get better, Ross, under Brendan's management. And Tillemans is still young, and so is Maddison. So
yeah, they're still
going to learn.
I know, bar obviously Casper and Vardy and Evans. You know, meaning like the main players. They're all like under 30 years old. Sheffield, yeah, I know. I couldn't believe it when I read that. I was mad. Yeah. So yeah, I was right. So the last time Perez scored against Sheffield United, and before that, his last goal was against Sheffield United. So can if he's back, can he strike 3 times?
Maybe.
No, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, I mean, the team obviously Schmeichel in goal. I think we should play the same team more or less when we play Brighton. You know, don't change a winning side unless there's injuries. That's the thing. And Amati, played really well, scored.
Right, Ross, here's one for you. Dave Cobb says, do you think Dewsbury Hall has a chance of breaking through next season? I think so. I don't think he'll go out on loan next season. I think he'll thrive in the first team and he'll get more stronger and experienced player.
100%. I didn't even let you finish a sentence because I know that question. Yes, 100%. You know, I mean, it's just, I think he's class. I'm just saying he's the best in the world at minutes. Obviously, still learning at Luton. Yeah. But I tell you now, he's gonna, with Maddison there, Tielemans gonna help him a lot. Pratt helping them a lot. It's gonna be interesting. I really like Dewsbury Hall. And I think for Luton he'll get Player of the Season.
Darren Lewitt Mentor says Perez scored against Stoke on 9th of January.
Okay. So in the league against Sheffield, but in all competitions against Stoke. But yeah, so hopefully if Perez does start or he does come on, he'll score. So I mean,
right, Ross. Thank you for coming on. I shall see you on Sunday if you're coming on.
You're on tonight for Lox's show?
Yes. Right, guys. So Lox and Josh will be on at 7:15 tonight PM. Be sure to go and check that out for the preview game against Sheffield United, where they'll be talking team selection, score predictions, and getting your thoughts and your comments. I'm going to let you go, Ross, and wrap up the show.
No worries. I'm just going to sort the Ultimate Team out a bit. So
see you, Ross.
In a bit.
Right then, guys. That was Ross. Let's talk score predictions. What do you think your score predictions will be for the Sheffield United Leicester game on Sunday? Please get them in below and we will get them up on screen. And please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Also, who do you think the goal scorers are going to be? Darren Lewitt Mentor says 2-0 to Leicester. Paul Gibson says Blue Army. EKG says, I think it still be a good game. He's going 3-1 to the boys. Peter McIntosh says 4-1 to Leicester. Louis Millman says 10-0. No. Maybe. I'm not ruling it out. Lee Hurst says 2-1 to the boys. Mick Hewitt, 3-1 Leicester. Christopher Newbury says 3-0 Perez, Vardy and Nacho. A very good shout. Darren Lewitt Mentor says Nacho and Tielemans to score at the weekend. Dan Morton says 1-0 Leicester to win, Vardy to score. Cole Coles says 1-0 Leicester, Vardy to score. Vardy will goal 2-0, says Curtis Knott. Right, guys. So now we're going to wrap up the show. Hope everyone's enjoyed it. And come on, you Foxes, on Sunday. Be sure to check out the Aftermath show on Sunday, Jamie's show at 10 a.m. And thanks for watching.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans' debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.